I hope it is visible. Let me know once visible. Okay, fine. Thank you. So see, first of all, what I'm doing is my experience is around 9 years. Okay. So what I did initially when I started looking means with I will tell you like what I did. So initially, when I started looking with 9 years of experience, I was not getting so many call because 9 years or 10 years, it's like we get very few openings for the 9 year, for 8 years or beyond that also. We get very few openings because those openings will be mainly for architect or let's say above the team lead also, right? Someone you can say like kind of a manager or something again. But even though like I have this much of experience, I didn't I miss in the last company I had the experience of leading a team, but in the current company again I didn't have that. So we cannot apply for those position also. Again, positions are very vacancies are very less for 9+ years when we talk about just Angular, because in my career I know the .NET but I don't showcase in the .NET. I'm just focusing on Angular and React. Fine. So I was not getting so many calls. After, let's say, I tried for notice period changing from 3 months to 2 months also. And even for 1 month also I tried. At 1 month I was getting little bit of call, but again interview was not converting, or they were just calling and interview was not scheduling, something like what is happening. So I tried this for almost 4 to 5 months, but again I had to change. So that's why I put down the paper, because you also most of you know like I have other income sources also, like YouTube also is there and I run my batches also. So I had that backup. So I took that risk. I put down the paper, and in the last 1 month only I started getting call. So for means I was getting call, but interviews not getting scheduled and so many things were there. So many fake hiring was also going on. That will also I will come to that point, why how fake hiring are going on and everything. Okay. So I put down the paper. Then in last 1 month I started getting the call. So let's say around every day on an average I was getting 6 to 7 call average in last 1 month I'm speaking. Okay. Only for Angular. One more catch is like with 9 years I was not getting, so I shifted back to 8 years, because in previous in my starting career I have some companies which doesn't have PF and something, so I can remove one or two company from the start, right? So I shifted back to 8 years because I was not getting call for 9 years. Again, I was checking, but very few vacancies were there. So every day I was getting 6 to 7 call, but out of that only one call, one was getting scheduled, means they were scheduling the interview. Okay. So you can see after 6 to 7 call, only one interview was getting scheduled. Means after, let's say, now before, let's say, now market is like that, but before it was like in every day we used to get 3 to 4 interview was planned. In last 1 month, we used to have 3 to 4 interviews planned. But now you can see every day, I remember like only 2 days were there when I had two interviews in a day. Okay. So you can see previously we used to have 3 to 4 interviews also in one day, but now it is one interview in a per day also. That is also scenario. Again, with my experience, it might be like that. But if your experience is, let's say, from 3 to 5 years or 6 years, you might get little bit more calls. It might be possible. I'm not sure. Like if you are, again, we can see the people who are giving the interviews, so we can get to know that. But in my experience, I was getting at least one interview was planned for a day. Again, it was not every day. Every alternate day or somewhat I was getting. Okay. So this is the current scenario, like how we are getting the call. If I just show you the jobs, let's say if we search with Angular, let's search with all the keywords. With Angular JS also we will search. UI development also we will search. And let's say if I go with experience, 7 years or even 8 years. Hmm. JS developer. Fine. If you check the freshness, like how recent jobs are there, if I search by last 3 days, okay. So see, one, two. So see, today, yesterday, and today only two new jobs are there. Again, this is for Salesforce, and only one job is there, which was one vacancy was there created by this company, Angular lead. So you can see in one day, overall India, we just have one Angular opening. Okay. And 2 days, 3 days, again, before some days only. Again, when we filter like this, again, we get so many like React, SAP, so many will come because they might have Angular keyword in their description. But specific to Angular, you can see only one we got. So like this situation is there. Again, like in this last from, let's say last 2 weeks, it is very worst. Before that, we used to get vacancies also and call were also coming, but now it is very worst. Not getting call. I today I just received one or two call and one got converted into schedule interview. Okay. Previously, it was like every day I was getting 6 to 7 call, but now from last 2 weeks, it is very bad. I don't know like why it is, but it is very bad. No, not a new vacancies are also every day I'm checking this, but no new vacancies are there. Okay. Now this is the situation. What about the job? Forget about remote. You don't means there are companies who are offering the remote also, but again, so many companies are doing the fake vacancy also. What is happening? Like I have around 15 companies which schedule my interview. First interview I cleared. First interview got cleared. Then they didn't take the second interview. I had followed back every day. I was following back like because we don't have that much calls and everything. So I was able to follow back every company. Right. Wherever I'm clearing the first interview, I was following. Almost just one product based company was there, which interview I didn't clear. Apart from that, every company interview I have cleared. So 15 companies are like that. Again, it's not the small scale. All I cannot take the name also again. So almost big MNCs, some were only mid MNCs, but almost proper companies were there. So first interview was got cleared. After that, I followed up multiple times. They didn't schedule the second interview. And always they were saying like panel is not available, panel is not available. Even though in last 20 to 25 days also I was an immediate joiner, still they didn't correct. Now consider like if a company is there and if they really have a vacancy, no one wants to let go the immediate joiner. If the job vacancy is really there. So all these 15 companies who posted their job requirements somewhere, I don't know, like I didn't apply, but some they came from the Naukri or something by searching me. So still like because first level of interview, some any new joiner or anyone will take it. But for second level interview, they need someone with TL or something. So if the vacancy is not there, how they are going to take the interview also? Because let's say if we talk about any lead or any manager, obviously they have so many things going on their companies also. If they are not they if there is not vacancy, they also know like if there is vacancy or not, right? Because it's their project, they will be hiring. So they know the vacancies are there or not. If second interview is not happening because vacancy was not there. So HR are doing this, and some HR agreed me also like most of the companies are doing this because I was directly telling like this is happening. So do you have a really vacancy or not? If yes, then only we can move ahead. Otherwise, why do you want to waste my time also and your guys' time also? Because I know like you are going to take the first interview and then second interview you are not going to take. So many are companies are doing this also. I don't know like the reason why they are doing it, or HR has to also show some work. That's why they are doing the fake vacancies. I don't know. Only one or two companies they said me like the position got on hold. But in the next day only. How come in the next day position can be going on hold na? Right? Business requirement don't change so frequently. Right? So these things also happening. They will take the first interview and second, if they are delaying the second, if they are delaying for the second interview. Again, let's say you cleared the interview for today. Next 2 days you can wait, na? Because after that also, if the panel is not available, if it's very obvious that they don't have the requirement. If they don't want to take the interview, there is no requirement. right? If there is really an requirement, they have to find the time to take the second level of interview. If they are not able to find the time, most probably they are doing the fake hiring. Okay. So they will just give you the reason like panel is not available, panel is not available. Every time I'm trying to reach them, the same reason I was getting. Just a minute. Huh? Okay. So this is the fake hiring scenario you might face. Okay. Then coming back to specific to Angular question, like what uh, like what we can say, according to my experience, I won't be getting the questions like what is this, right? But let's say if your experience is in between 3 to 5 years, you will be getting questions in the first interview. You will be getting the question like what is directive, what is pipe, like this. What is question you will get? What is interceptor? And question you already know. Just advanced question I will be discussing. Are the most like every interview what are the common questions I have got that I will discuss. But if your experience is great in between 3 to 5, you are going to get what is kind of question. They will just ask you what is this, and some JavaScript coding snippets will be also there. Okay. But more specifically, if your experience is greater than 5 to up to 8 or 9 also. So questions like they won't ask you what is question. First, you need to explain your project. Okay. What is your role? Because see, how you explain your project and how you explain your roles and responsibility, like that interview will proceed. Again, coming back to that same question, like if the job vacancy is real, then only these things will matter. So be specific, like what technology you know, what roles you are playing. If you are not playing a lead role, don't say it, because if you are saying you are playing a lead role na, then Jenkins and all CI/CD pipeline or Docker, so many questions are coming. I have faced this, even though I'm saying like, because my experience was like that, so they were focusing on that part also. But in the interview also, in the introduction also, I was clearly mentioning like I'm a individual contributor currently, and in the previous experience I have lead the team, but there we had a DevOps team. So CI/CD pipelines and Docker and everything, I didn't had that much exposure. So the only basic knowledge I know. Okay. So make sure you explain your project properly and the roles you are playing currently. Okay. If you are playing the lead role, you can specify what thing you are doing, because most of the company have DevOps team, right? You don't have to worry about how you create the pipelines, everything, right? They take care of it. What you do, normally you change the manifest and what environment you want to deploy. That what you do. Again, changing the manifest is a simple drop down, what environment you want to deploy, that's only, right? Because you don't have access to that other things also, because DevOps team will have the access of that, right? So mention it carefully, like what you do, just mention it carefully. Okay. So explain your project, roles and responsibilities are very uh, important. But again, if you are just limited to Angular now, it's like a wake up call for you. Don't be limited to Angular. Aman, don't use this. Can you clear it? Okay. So if you are only limited to Angular, this is your wake up call. You can also check the Naukri every day. Try to check up the Naukri. How many vacancies are there only focused with Angular? Very few are coming. So now companies are looking forward at least a UI person who is familiar with Angular. He knows React, or he can work with Vue also, or even Next.js also. Yeah, you cannot be expert in all the technology, but at least let's say you are strong in Angular, but you are good to you know the basic of React and Vue also, right? So with little bit of training, you can work on those technologies also, because mm, because of the AI, you can say, or market situation, no one is looking only for hiring the Angular position. That's why the vacancies are also very less. Okay. If you those who know some of the backend technology, either .NET or Java, you go with the full stack only, because there are so many vacancies for .NET and Java. Again, with the combination of Angular or React, so many vacancies are there. Okay. I know the .NET, but giving interview is a separate thing. Working knowledge I have, but giving interview is a separate thing, because if I say I want to apply as a full stack now, they will forget about Angular. 70 to 80% they will focus only on the .NET, and only little bit just to ask. They will ask some question and wind it up. So if I'm not working actively in the company on the .NET, I cannot clear that much interview, right? Because I'm only working on Angular and React, so that I can confidently clear. So that's why I'm not showing .NET. So my calls were very limited. But if you are a full stack developer, .NET also you know, and Java also you know, and if you are currently working also, then make sure you apply as a full stack only, not Angular or not React. Okay, there are so many calls for a combination with the full stack. Okay, that is the one point. Then specific to Angular, interceptor. Sorry about the spelling mistake. Interceptor. Again, while explaining interceptor, what is the interceptor? What are the various uses of interceptor? Not just for sending the token. Token is also one thing. Error handling is also one thing. Error handling in a single place. Okay. Then mocking. Okay. So those who are having experience more than 6 or 5 years of experience, make sure you understand mocking also. What's the use of mocking? Okay. So mocking they will use sometimes. Let's say you are working on a project where file upload API is also there. So in case of file upload, you need to send some custom headers also, right? Just like token also we send, now we need to send some custom headers also. So these are the things which you do with interceptor. Then authentication and authorization. I know this is very common question, but once your experience is after that, now you need to properly explain what will come in the authentication. Like can activate guard will come over in the authentication, and means login process will be part of the authentication. After that, authorization. What do we mean by authorization? So user is authenticated, user has logged in, he is into inside the application also, but some pages are restricted to some particular rules. So if we try to access particular page, we want to check the role of the logged in user also. That will be authorization. So again, for authorization, just like can activate guard, we create one more guard where we check the role of the user. So here they want to see, like, do you know that how do we create a menu items, right? I have taken us, we have done live session where we have, according to the role, different menus were coming, right? So that logic they want to see. Let's say again they will provide you a scenario. Let's say you have a component which is going to be accessible by guest role also and user role also. We have a component which is going to be accessed by guest role and user role. But guest role can only see the data. He cannot edit or delete something. He cannot make any changes. Just readable data he can see. But user role, he can do some operation. So here they are expecting custom directive. Okay. Again, as I'm saying, like not everyone will be able to follow this, but those who are having more than 4 to 5 year experience, they should be able to relate this. So if let's say again you have 3 to 5 year experience in authentication, this question you are also going to face. But in authentication and authorization, you can simply say authentication is checking the that login page. Whatever we do in the login page, that is nothing but your authentication. Okay. After that, authorization you can say like based on the role we hide and show some things. That is authorization. You can limit your answer till over here only. But if experience is in this category, you need to explain this also. Some interviewer will explicitly ask you this question. Some might provide you a scenario also. Not everyone will ask you directly what you will do. Someone will provide the scenario also. Okay. Then reactive form. Not the normal question. Dynamic validation. Okay. How do you enable, disable field based on some condition? And dynamic form. This is not form array. Form array, they expect like you know it. Dynamic form means, let's say you have 50 or 60 field in your form. So creating that whole form in your component, it's not an easy thing. Even if you create now, your component will run very slow. Your application will hang. Okay. So for that, they are expecting how do you create a dynamic form? So for that, you create a JSON. Like we before some days we have taken session for dynamic form. You create a JSON of your form, like what are the field you are going to have, what validation you are going to have, and that you keep it into your some constant file, and you read that data in your component, and by reading those JSON field, you create your reactive form. Okay. So this is the what they are expecting. Almost every interview I have faced this. Then your RxJS. What operators you have used? Okay, like fork join, merge map, concat map. Okay, then what do we have that exhaust map? When we should use exhaust map? So make sure you have a proper understanding of all this: fork join, merge map, concat map, exhaust map, and these are for that they will again provide you the scenario. Let's say you have two API call and you need to wait until all the API calls are done the response, right? So you will go for the fork join. Then they will provide you a scenario. Let's say you have a one API call and the response from one API call will be an input to another API call. So we have to go for a merge map, right? Again, they will say you like we have two API call. First API call you will make, and the response of that API call you will pass as a parameter to the second API call. But in the return, you need the response of first API call also and the second API call also. So in the second API merge map, you need to again use the map operator and you return the new object with first response and the second response. Okay. Exhaust map, they will ask you like how do you avoid the duplicate API call. So by using exhaust map, you will get that question. Then most famous one, debouncing. How do you implement the debouncing? Like by using that switch map, filter, distinct until change. Okay. All these operators they will, and debounce time, obviously. So many different scenarios they will try to ask. Some will go with a very normal scenario where you have a search box. Okay. The normal one you already know. And debouncing everyone, like for 3 to 5 years also, you are going to face this question. Not in very deep, but at least basic you should be aware. Okay. Someone will say on click of button also, how do we implement the debouncing? You might have done it with the normal search box on click of on change of value changes. You might have tried that also. But how do you do that in the button click also? How do you implement on the button click? On button click, you are making the API call. And how do you implement the debouncing in case of button click? That also they are checking. How do you create multiple observable? Again, like hot observable, cold observable, inner observable, outer observable in case of switch map. This is only for the experienced one. Okay. For 3 to 5, you won't face this question. Okay. Then how do you create multiple observable? Means how do you create, what are the various ways by which you can create observable? Subject, behavior subject, from, of, interval, delay. How do you delay? Just like in set interval we have. Like sorry, set timeout we have. How do you do the same thing in over there? So we have delay also. Interval. Okay. So once all these things are done, again, JavaScript questions are there. You cannot, the interview will start from the JavaScript only. So in JavaScript also, like what are the famous, like remove duplicate. Then we have to get the count of object, like what do we say? How many elements, which element count, this particular element, how many times it is in their array. Duplicate count only again. Get the largest element, get the largest word from your sentence. They will provide you the sentence and they will ask you to get the largest number of which is the largest word in your sentence. What word has the largest number of character? Then some with map, reduce. Again, what was there? Again, that Fibonacci series. Some are related to object.keys, values. There are so many problem statement with object.keys and values. Okay, let me show you one of the. What was it? So see, this was the input. We have an array of object and output they need it like this. See, try to understand it properly. We have an array of object where we have name property and skill property. Now you can see this JS skill is present in all the employee, on all the people, John, Doe, and Dennis also. And C# is only present in the John. So here you can see we need to create a different object where we have skill and how many people that skill is present. So they will provide you this input and they will ask you to provide this output. I tried this with 2 for loop. Then again, he asked me to create it in 1. Again, this was one more like student list was there. I wanted to filter this, but not with any particular property. I will have the properties also as a second parameter. So they will tell you like by what property you need the unique name, unique record from this. Okay, so they were expecting some set or map. I also didn't try that, so I was not able to do it. But I tried that with at least ID. So these were the 2 questions I got in Acolyte. So they cleared it. Okay. So make sure you are very strong with JavaScript, because if you are not strong in JavaScript, your confidence will get low. And sometimes interviewer also get frustrated if you are not solving his whatever the problem statement he gives. If you are not able to solve it, he will get frustrated and he will just ask some of the Angular question and he will close it. Okay. So this is what happening. Okay. It's almost half hour is there. So just 5 to 10 minutes I have. We can go with the questions. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep. And
Hello.
be it quick. Raju, you are already in the batch now, so we can discuss later. Those who are
Yes, sir.
not in the
So,
current batch. Sonu, you. Yes, Sonu. Go ahead quickly.
सर एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा है एज अ फुल
Hmm.
स्टैक में अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ ना,
Hmm.
तो डॉट नेट कोर या फिर डॉट नेट में और वेब एपीआई एसक्यूएल ये सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं, तो मैं अभी तक एंगुलर ऐड भी नहीं किया, तो वहाँ
Why?
पे
That's what I said, na, ki when you mention .NET or Java, na, they won't focus on Angular, because in .NET or Java you have OOPS concept, database concept, normal web application concept, API also, and then core also is there. So many things are there to ask. Again, microservices is also there,
यस
right?
बहुत अभी भी एक्चुअली मेरा 2 ही इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल हुआ, तो
Hmm.
दोनों में अभी तक क्लियर नहीं हो पाया, तो उसमें माइक्रो सर्विसेज भी वो पूछ रहे कि आपने वर्क
Right.
किया कि नहीं।
Even though they are not using it just to filter out the candidate, they are asking microservices. Okay, fine.
और लिंकिन से बहुत ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, बट एक भी
LinkedIn
कॉल
से call नहीं आते. No one will approach you. No one reach out to you. Only 1 or 2 people reach out to me, but that also didn't convert to interview. Forget about LinkedIn. Just focused on the Naukri. Okay.
तो
And again, one like your experience is below 5 years now, you can focus on Indeed also. Okay.
इंडियन ओके,
Yep.
आई नीड टू टेक द पेड या इज नॉर्मल?
No need to pay. No need to take the paid
बिकॉज
one,
एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम ये है ना सर,
because vacancies are not there. So what they are going to do with the paid one
इस
also?
बार ना इंक्रीमेंट भी नहीं हुआ यहाँ पे, और
Hmm.
एंजल वन में, और
Hmm.
200 लोग को एम्प्लॉय अभी रिसेंटली 1 वीक में निकाल दिया डायरेक्ट,
Okay.
तो ये थोड़ा सा टेंशन आ गया मुझे। और
No, if you are going with the .NET now, make sure you are very strong on the .NET side. Otherwise, very tough intros are happening on the .NET. Okay. Yeah. Next.
Sir, sir, this is Varun.
Yeah.
Sir, I have plus experience in Angular. So, what type of questions I have
How
expected from the
much? Two
interviews?
plus.
2+ experience.
So basic question will be there. What is question? And they will try to
So,
find the API call. You are able to make the API call or not. Pipe or
okay,
custom directive. They will ask you to create. Okay.
okay. So, there sometimes they are need data structure related questions.
Yeah. So data structure question related. I don't know why they should ask. If you're
Okay,
planning for a big MNC, they will ask, but not
okay,
MNC, not service based. No service based company will ask the DSA. Okay.
okay, okay. Sir,
That
thank
is
you.
only for the fresher.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Fine.
Hello.
So this is
Yeah.
Santosh. This is
Yes,
Santosh.
Santosh.
Yeah. So I have 1 year experience in Angular and .NET framework. I have
Hmm.
worked both on Angular, C# and ASP.NET Core
Hmm.
and the Angular part. So
Hmm.
now I am getting 3.5 CTC. How much can I expect in for
That
the
we
next 6
cannot say,
months?
no man. Like you will get one offer again, you will take 1 or 2 offer after that. So you can make it to 10 or 12 also. Okay.
10 to 12.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Chetan.
What questions can I expect? What kind of questions can I expect?
For 3 year basic question only will be there. What is?
No,
You
no.
just
For 1 year. For 1 year.
what is question only
For
will
1
be.
year.
What is question will be there. They won't go deep.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Abhijit.
Hi Chetan, like I have 2 years of experience. My tech stack contains Angular, Node.js, and SQL. Okay.
Okay.
I am in a project which doesn't include any backend technologies of .NET and Java. What can I do to become a full stack and like
So
apply?
Node.js you already know, na?
Yeah, I know
So that
Node.js.
is full stack, na?
Uh-huh.
You don't need to learn .NET or Java, na?
No,
Either
this is
Node.js.
not required, no?
No, not required.
Okay. Will there be any openings for this stack?
Yeah, one stack, na profile you can do.
It means stack.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, fine. Next.
Hello, sir. I
Hmm.
have completed third year just now. I'm a fourth year student now. So
Mhm.
I want to ask, how can I apply for internships, and where should I
I'm
apply for
also
it?
not that much familiar because I mostly like experienced guys only I'm connected. So about internship, I'm also not familiar.
Okay,
Yeah,
no problem.
Hello, sir.
fine.
So if
Uh,
you guys are
सर
searching for
एक
internship,
सेकंड
we are
इंटर्नशिप के लिए आई थिंक एंगुलर सॉरी एंजल बुकिंग में ट्राई कर सकते हैं.
Okay, thank you, sir.
सर आज क्वेश्चन पूछे थे मेरे से उन्होंने कि मल्टीपल एपीआई को कैसे हैंडल करेंगे एक डैशबोर्ड पे, इसका
वही
क्या?
तो है फोक ज्वाइन. लेट्स
ये
से
तो सर
तुम्हें
मैंने बताया मैंने उनको, लेकिन वो बोल रहे थे सपोज एक फॉर्म में शो करवाना है प्रायोरिटी बेस्ड, सपोज लाइक दैट वन, मैंने प्रायोरिटी 1 है, उस
हाँ.
फॉर्म को शो करना, तो मैंने ई फेल से बताया, पता नहीं वो सेटिस्फाइड हुए नहीं बताए हुए, कुछ बोला भी नहीं उन्होंने,
देखो
निकल गए.
डैशबोर्ड if you have a dashboard data, you have multiple data, right? Multiple
Yes, sir.
APIs will be there from where you get the dashboard data. So obviously we have to go for a fork join, right?
Yes, yes,
Or
yes, sir.
we can go for a concat or merge map or switch map also. But while returning, you need to create a new object by using map and then you send it, right? So
Okay, sir.
how confidently you are putting your point? He can come up with any scenarios, na? Because he might have seen that in your project and he might have taken 2 to 3 days to implement that also. But he will expect you to answer in a minute, right?
Okay.
So
सर मैंने
stick to
फॉग
your
ज्वाइन
point.
बताया
Stick to
मैंने
your
पहले
point.
फॉग ज्वाइन लिया. हाँ. Yes, sir.
Stick to your point. If fork join, what scenario you will be used? And if he's saying, no, my scenario is not like that. I don't want to wait for all the API call once it is there. If one API call is also there, I need to load the response. So we have to go for a merge map and concat map. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So like
सर
that, our
तो
answer should change.
ओके सर, तो मुझे ये बताइए, सपोज मैंने फॉग ज्वाइन बताया तो उन्होंने ओके बोल के वो रह गए, फिर वो मैं तो सेटिस्फाइड हो गए ना कि हाँ उन्होंने ओके किया, तो आई थिंक वो सही है मेरा.
If he's saying okay, yeah, that's it.
ओके सर.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Nagamani. Currently, I'm looking for job change. I have 2.5 years of experience in TCS, but here it should be 3 months notice period. I'm not getting calls, sir.
Yeah.
What can I do further?
If you don't have any EMIs or something, take the risk and try. Or what you can do, put the experience as put the notice period as 2 months. Take any
Okay.
offer, put down the paper,
Okay.
and likewise you play around.
Oh, okay, sir. Right
No
now,
company
hiring is
will,
happening, right?
but not that much. Only one, if your experience, notice period is 1 month, now then only you are getting call. With 2 months also, we are not
Oh,
getting that much call. So you can see, just go to Naukri and search and check the recentness, how many new vacancies are coming. You will only understand. Okay.
okay, sir.
Or
But
wait for
they,
5 to 6 months because appraiser also started right now, na? March, April.
Yes,
So
yes.
again, so many people have put down the paper like me. So market is not good right now. Okay.
but
Okay,
Chetan,
okay,
there
sir.
are some companies like Capgemini is there, Cognizant is there. We can target that those
But
who
not,
can give
I
offer for
didn't get
90
a
days.
call from Capgemini or Cognizant also. Multiple, so many of you also have uploaded my CV, but no one has reached out to me yet. Not even
Okay, okay.
Infosys, not TCS also. I have not received a single call from this company. I don't know. My profile history is also good. Last
Okay,
two
I thought
companies, 3 years
these
and
big MNC will give us a offer for 90 days.
no. Forget about that. They will also look for immediate. Okay. On
Okay,
the social
got it.
media only they will say like we have 3 months of notice period. We will hire people with the 3 month of notice period, but it is not like that. No one
Yeah,
wants because you also know if you get the offer from a 3 month,
वो offer हम join नहीं करते
right,
हो कभी
right.
first.
So it's by both the side we are doing the same thing.
Yes,
So
yes,
everyone has
yes.
to suffer. Yeah. Next.
Yeah, hi sir.
Uh-huh.
This is Praful.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Sir, I just want to know. I am the immediate joiner. I am having like a 2 year, 11 month of experience, and I am having a subscription as well for Naukri. I'm applying on Indeed, LinkedIn.
How much
So each and
experience?
every 2 years, 11 months.
Make it 3 years because your resume is not getting shortlisted. Again, so I forgot that ATS
Yeah,
is an
I'm. Yeah.
important keyword over here. So
Okay,
make
sir.
sure your resume has a good ATS score. Otherwise, even though you can join in 15 days now, your interview is not going to get shortlisted. So
Okay,
first
okay.
check
Actually,
that.
okay, sir. My ATS score is like a 73, sir. Is it okay, or I have to increase that?
I'm also not sure, man. ATS, like
Above
we had
90.
that Devendra's taken that session. So
Above 90, I think.
because
Okay,
see,
okay.
for a
Yes.
particular opening now, let's say, just an example, we will say.
Sir, where
Sir,
is
how to
ATS
check the
score?
ATS score?
Where it is showing, sir?
So many applications are there, na? Let's say if we search with the
Okay.
4 year,
Okay, sir.
uh, let's say 3 weeks or not, 2 days ago. Okay, let's open this stentil.js. No, not this. Naukri has also changed that. Previously, it was showing exactly how many count it was. Okay, but
Okay,
now
sir.
they have also changed that. So consider like you have company has posted a requirement. Okay, let's say this 2 weeks ago we will say again 100 plus. For every opening it is showing 100 plus.
Yes, sir.
Before some days, let's say 2 or 3 weeks ago, na, it was showing like 100, 200, 500, 1000, 2000, 300 plus.
Yes,
Like
sir.
how many people have, right?
Exact number.
Now
Yeah.
they have removed that because it was creating a chaos, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
so consider like HR has posted a vacancy. She has received around 300 CVs.
Okay.
Now, is it possible to go through each resume and find out like this particular person is okay? So they are
Yeah,
also using
complicated,
the
sir.
AI tool to figure out the which CVs are more suited for this particular job opening. So that's why even if you are immediate joiner, you won't get any call if your CV is not proper with that ATS score.
Okay, sir.
So
Got
first thing is ATS score. Okay.
Okay, sir. No, I'm just getting confused because I'm having subscription as well. Still, I'm not getting calls. That is the
Connect
point.
with them, Naukri people. Ask them like to make your ATS proper.
Okay, for
Okay.
that they're asking for another subscription.
Ha, so
So I
that's what I
have to
said,
go
na,
for.
ki that's very costly one, I think, where they provide that service.
Yeah, nearly
5,000 or
1400 they're asking. No,
1400.
1400 they're asking. Yes,
So
sir.
take
Because
that
already
one
I'm
time.
having that. Yes.
Take it one time
So
because ATS proof CV we need it. Okay.
okay, sir.
Fine.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chetan, I have small
Yeah.
doubt, Chetan. Actually, I have 2.4 with 2.4 years experience. I joined a company. So they're given directly senior developer, senior software engineer.
Okay.
Actually, in that company, more than 4 years, they will get that role. But with 2.4 years only, I get that role. But unfortunately, everyone is releasing the project. They kept only me. So if I want, I asked the release, but they didn't give. So I need to like move on the company. Is it good? Like I
See,
present
if
company
the
I worked
work is
only
there,
8 months.
if the work is there, you are able to do the work also, stay there. Outside market is not good, you won't be
Uh,
getting the job also.
but
Yeah, if
project is
technology is good,
very
then
pressure. Like even if the pipeline is not runs, it's our responsibility
Oh
to
my
do.
God. Hmm.
That is
Try to
like
see how much you can sustain. If you are not able
now,
to,
like now everyone was moved on. They
hmm.
didn't give relief for me.
Hmm.
So I am the single developer. So I was
Try to see
facing.
if you are able to do it. Otherwise, try to find. Okay, you will be immediate
Is it
joiner.
uh,
But
two
again, you
months
need
notice
to
period?
2 months, na? Then you will be able to
Um,
find it.
but if like my question was, if the interviewer ask like now I am in like one of the big four company. Interviewer ask, why in that company you are staying only 8 months?
You
What?
can say the same thing because in they also know like in big MNC project change is not possible. Either employee has to leave, then only he can get the project change. Okay, so this is acceptable reason.
Okay. And I think like now I'm not comfortable from the .NET, so I decided to move the Java. So I discussed with my seniors. They tell like if you are good with Java, then
Right, only focus
ask
on Java
them.
only. Yeah.
Then ask to schedule an interview on Java, and you can stay in that project if you clear that kind of. So
Yeah, next one.
Yeah, sir. मेरा कल इंटरव्यू हुआ डेलॉइट में.
राजू सेशन में पूछ लो ना, बाकियों को पूछने दो ना, तो बैच में
चेतन सर.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir Pradeep here. Sir, actually, my total experience 4 years and all basic questions like Angular. So, sir, सबके आंसर मतलब देता हूँ मैं, but then सर फिर भी सिलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा हूँ ऐसा.
एक बार नहीं क्या, तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू रिकॉर्ड करो और खुद सुनो.
Okay.
You will get to know like you are saying similar things but not in a proper way. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What happens in the interview now, we are in a hurry, right? Our state of mind is something else, so we are saying the right answer but the way we are delivering it might be unclear. Okay. So try to record one interview and see. You will only get to know like you are not giving the correct answer. Means
And
answer
sir,
you are giving correct, but in a way like example or practically you are not explaining it.
Okay. And sir, sir RXJS मैंने सर यूज नहीं किया डेली, so RXJS
करना पड़ेगा.
like उसमें selector and reducer ये सब
करना पड़ेगा. No. Okay. Yeah. Next.
Hello.
Yeah.
What months are best for hiring? What months do they hire? In which months do they hire?
See, right now what is happening, March, April, every company has their appraisal cycle, correct? Like what I did, I didn't get the proper appraisal, so I put down the paper. Okay. Likewise, so many people are doing. So obviously vacancies are not there and so many people are serving their notice period. So right now is not a good thing to put down the paper. Wait for at least 3 months. Then these people who have put down the paper just because of their appraisal, they will have the job and at least some new vacancies will be there and people will be less. Wait for 3 to 4 months at least. Okay.
हेलो. मैं जैसे एटीएस स्कोर चेक कर रहा हूँ मेरे रिज्यूमे का, तो हर एटीएस साइट पर अलग स्कोर शो हो रहा है, तो कैसे पता करें कि कौन सा स्कोर सही है?
I also don't know that much. Check the first, like understand what ATS score, that bullet point or something we need na. Devendra has explained, I think, everything.
नहीं, क्योंकि मैंने किसी साइट पे देखा तो 80 बताया, किसी साइट पे
हर
90
साइट
दिखा
का
रहा,
अलग
तो
अलग
अलग
बता सकता है. ओके. वो बुलेट पॉइंट होने चाहिए, ऐसा कुछ तो भी है ना. तो कीवर्ड्स देखो तुम्हारे टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड, वो डालना पड़ता है. फाइन. Okay, guys. So I have another meeting planned. Anyone having quick question?
Sir, is it good to go with Node.js or not, sir?
Node.js has limited scope. If you
As
can
a
learn .NET or Java, it will be helpful for you long term. But Node.js has a limited scope. Okay. In long run, .NET and Java only will help you out. More Java, less .NET. Okay. Fine then. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for joining.
Hello.